British consumers are tightening their belts as Labour's first budget fuels uncertainty. Inflation remains stubborn and job security fears are only mounting. Households are cutting expenses, opting to eat at home rather than dine out. Higher energy and food costs are compounding the strain, and public sentiment is pessimistic, with fears of job losses growing even further. Meanwhile, the economy grew by just 0.1% at the end of 2024, largely driven by government spending, while per capita GDP continues to shrink. Labour swept into power promising to raise living standards, but 6 months in, economic pressures are only mounting. A $1 billion tax hike unveiled in the October budget has hurt businesses, leading to higher prices and job cuts. Households are saving more due to uncertainty, yet in real terms, that figure is only 5% higher than pre-pandemic levels. The government is betting on big infrastructure spending to revive growth, but consumer spending, which makes up 2/3 of GDP, remains weak. The cost of living crisis, rising rents and mortgage pressures are making it harder for families to spend beyond essentials. The crisis extends to essential services, with Thames Water securing a £3 billion emergency loan to stay afloat amid billions in debt. The company faces rising infrastructure costs and is seeking regulatory approval for steeper bill increases to fund improvements. Takeover talks are underway as the firm scrambles to avoid a costly public bailout. Farmers say the new tax will force land sales, destroy family farms and threaten UK food security. The government insists it targets only the 500 largest landowners and tax avoidance schemes. But industry leaders warn that this could have far-reaching consequences for the UK's agricultural sector.
And nobody who's given their life to producing this country's food should ever be put in that position that unfortunately they've been put in by this change to government policy. It is absolutely morally wrong that they are facing this challenge. And if nothing else, for the government not to recognise that treating people in that way is unacceptable, they are going to get the repercussions from farmers.
With households, businesses and even essential services under pressure, the UK economy remains on shaky ground. The Bank of England is closely watching these trends. And this month, BOE policymaker Catherine Mann, previously known for advocating higher rates, called for a half-point rate cut, citing weak consumer demand and rising savings rates as signs of prolonged economic caution. With businesses, policymakers and households bracing for further challenges, the UK economy faces a critical test in the months ahead.